This footage was posted with no caption, no explanation, and nobody could agree on what they were watching. You ever get that feeling that something is watching you? Not a person, not a shadow, something older than that. This footage dropped in May 2026. 5 cats, a rooftop, a perfect circle. And nobody put them there. But look at the one in the back, the solid black one. It's not moving, it's not looking around, it's observing. That cat has been called a lot of things since this went viral. A coincidence, a fluke, a trained trick. But people who study feline behavior, they went quiet. Because what we're looking at might not be 5 cats on a rooftop. It might be a meeting. Here's what the science actually says, and it's strange. Cats possess magnetite crystals in their skulls, the same material migratory birds use to navigate by Earth's magnetic field. Birds use it to fly thousands of miles home. Cats, nobody knows exactly what they use it for. Researchers studying animal magnetoreception have documented feline sensitivity to geomagnetic shifts. The papers exist, they're just buried in journals nobody reads. Think about how elephants communicate across miles, through ground vibrations, frequencies we can't hear, can't feel. Cats may be doing something similar, just overhead. And when multiple cats enter the same geomagnetic range, they synchronize. This isn't folklore, this is documented. The data exists, it just never made headlines. Watch the others. One grooms, one glances at the street, one shifts its weight. The black cat does none of that. For the full length of this footage, it does not move. It does not blink. It watches. Black cats have carried a specific weight across cultures for thousands of years, and not all of it is superstition. In ancient Egypt, Bastet, the goddess of protection, was black. She guarded the threshold between the living world and what lay beyond it. In Celtic tradition, a black cat crossing your path at night wasn't bad luck. It was a signal, something nearby had just shifted. In Japanese folklore, the bakaneko, a cat that has lived long enough to develop supernatural perception. It could shapeshift, it could speak, it could see the dead. Always depicted in black. These aren't coincidences across 3 unconnected civilizations. They're observations. People across centuries watching the same animal, arriving at the same conclusion. The black cat doesn't just exist in our world. It occupies the space between worlds. Now, why does this particular gathering feel different? The circle. In virtually every ancient ritual framework, the circle is a container, a deliberate boundary between inside and outside. Sacred geometry, intention made physical. These 5 cats did not accidentally form a perfect ring. Watch the spacing, it's almost exact. And then there's the timing. Now, I know what you're thinking, that's a stretch. Maybe it is. But here's what you can't stretch away from. May, the 5th month. In multiple pre-Christian calendars, early May marks Beltane, the midpoint between the spring equinox and the summer solstice, a liminal moment, a time when the veil between worlds grows thin. The moon that night was waxing gibbous, high luminosity, high magnetic sensitivity in animals. And 5 cats gathered in a circle on a rooftop at exactly that moment. Call it coincidence if you want, but coincidences don't hold perfect geometry. Here's what nobody is asking about this video. Not what the cats were doing, but what the black cat was recording. Because it never joined the circle. It was never part of the ring. It sat at the edge, and it watched. The way a conductor watches an orchestra, the way a gatekeeper watches a door. Think about the last time your cat stared at a corner of the room. For 10 minutes straight, completely still, nothing there, at least, nothing you could see. There's an old idea, older than the internet, older than viral clips, that certain animals don't just live alongside us, they monitor us. Not with malice, not with love, with something that has no human word for it. The 5 cats dispersed minutes after this was filmed. No one called them, no one led them away. They simply left, as if whatever they came to do was done. This gathering wasn't the first. There are 7 other recorded rooftop formations this year alone, submitted by viewers, flagged in comment sections, pieced together from clips. Different cities, different rooftops, the same formation. Nobody has been able to explain it. Not yet.